Did you see what happened? I didn't unmute myself before I came off, and you could hear me talking.
No, I couldn't hear you actually, because I was playing advertisement and it was cutting out. It was cut you out anyway, so we didn't hear you. Luckily, we didn't hear you. So
Luckily, I didn't say anything too controversial, right?
So we've had 2 award winners so far, and we've got the 3rd.
See, I can't. I know I'm getting excited about Ida. All right, I get excited about all my guests, but Ida definitely excited about her. Because the worst thing is that, and I'm going to explain this to her, is that I listened to this track 1979 last year, just looking through my Spotify. I heard it, I thought, oh, I like this. Not realizing who she was, did no research or anything, and then started hearing a lot more of her music. And then she won the BLACOUT Awards, and then all of a sudden she's on my virtual couch. So I kind of feel honoured that Ida is here with me today.
Fantastic.
And look, I've got her. She's on my backdrop. I didn't change Michelle Vibes on. Yeah, she's there. She's there.
Did you have DMAC behind you a little while ago?
I did, but I forgot Michelle Vibes. I was so engrossed in talking to Michelle Vibes and so excited to see her again that I didn't change the backdrop. And then halfway through DMAC's one, I changed the backdrop then. So forgive me, L Vibes. I'm sorry, darling.
Good to go, man. So anyway, we've got 4 minutes away from 2 on the virtual couch with HPQ, aka House Party Queen. Guys, if you're on the VIP chat room, please click share. And if you're on Facebook, share the stream and share the video and tag a friend. Tag a friend who loves good music. Just tag a friend. It's not really a music show. It's more about talk, but you hear a bit of music as well. So tag a friend. Those on the Mixcloud, share the stream. And of course, those on Facebook, tag away. Tag your friends. Get them involved in the show. Every 3rd Sunday of the month, hosted by House Party Queen on GY Radio between 12 and 3, but we go through till 4 sometimes. Today, what time are we finishing, actually? It's a 3 o'clock shutdown today.
We're finishing at 3 o'clock. So what's going to happen is... Well, we're going to have the lovely Ida Devine on shortly, and hopefully she'll join us for Whose Rhyme Is It Anyway? And that's what we'll be doing for the last half hour of the show. We'll just have to be having some singing and some fun. And everyone that's on the chat, please, for Whose Rhyme Is It Anyway, all you got to do is have a quote, a saying, a program name or anything, and we're going to make it into a song. And the guest that I had on earlier on, the Blessed UK Soul Team, will make that up into a complete song. And, depending on how brave I'm feeling, I might try and sing a few notes as well. I'm not.
You can do it. I heard you singing this morning.
I'll try.
I heard you didn't sound too bad, actually. Especially for that time of the morning. Normally people have a croaky voice, but your voice was all right. We might have to put you in the studio.
I try, team, as they say.
So you ready to rock and roll?
Listen, don't you think I've got enough to do? Don't you think you've got me doing enough, Shuey? I'm ready to rock and roll.
Let's welcome.
One second, actually. One second before you do that.
I brought her in already. Look who's here.
Hey.
Look who's here.
Hello. Good morning, Miss Ida Devine.
Good morning, HPQ. How y'all feeling?
I am feeling fabulous now that I've got you here on the virtual couch.
Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here. And, like you said, Shoes, you got to work hard if you want to be a winner. So I'm up early here in New York at 8 a.m. for you.
What time is it?
Yeah.
What time is it over there at the moment?
It's about 8:40 something a.m.
Oh gosh. So you've got up early and looking absolutely fabulous. Loving the makeup, by the way.
Thank you. Cameras, you gotta be ready when it's ready.
So first of all, absolutely congratulations on the award you won in BLACOUT, and actually watched the whole thing. And you're amazing. And for the most people that haven't watched or seen you, as far as I'm concerned, you're not just an artist, you actually are a performer also. In the BLACOUT Awards, and you came on camera, a lot of people were standing in front of their mics and singing and had their background. You had a chair that you were sitting in your office, and because you couldn't move much, your performance was your arms and the rest of your body. Yeah. And you were...
it's what Shoes was saying earlier about how reggae, he feels, has gotten better during these times, and some music has gotten better during these times because people are really able to focus on their art. They're able to focus on what's going on and really go deep with it and really try to reflect that to other people. Hopefully, as an artist, we try to do that.
Yeah. And as you know, we've had some fellow Blackout Award winners here.
Yes, big up to the whole UK, first of all. I should have started with that. Big up to the entire UK. Hope to see you guys in July. We'll get into that later. But big up Miss L Vibes, Miss D Mac for always spinning my music and supporting me. And, it's up to the DJs to really promote the music that they like. If you like it, play it. Someone else doesn't recognize it. Here it is. Listen to it. And then, yes, D-Mac, follow up with something they're familiar with. But they're going to remember that new song that they didn't hear before and try to research it. So I really appreciate you guys for putting me out there and being bold and being, these pioneers with really getting independent music to the place where I'm on charts with, Will Downing and Lucky Day and those type of people. So it's great.
I mean, the UK loves you and your music. I mean, we love neo soul. So, you are ingratiated on everyone's tongues at the moment. Do you get the same response in your home country in the US also?
It's starting to happen here. And it's only because of the UK. So whenever I get booked here, I can always pull up, the charts that I'm on in the UK and, the things that I'm doing in the UK response. But it's picking up, but no, not always, not always. And I find that I would do, like collaborations with other artists in the US that are doing good, like maybe rappers or, someone else that had a buzz in America. And then, then they would be like, well, who's that? Who's that on the track? And then they would know about me. But it's, slowly but surely, we'll get there.
Okay. So just to talk about you a little bit more, before I get into your music, which is something I'm going to cover later on, you actually live in New York, but you were originally from Charlotte. I'm
originally from New York. I was a bad girl when I was a teenager, so my mom sent me to Charlotte, and I grew up there. Then I came back to New York as an adult, so I kind of had a Southern experience, growing up. So a lot of Southern hospitality. I know how to talk like this. I know how to talk like the housewives, But yeah, back in New York now.
Because I used to work for Bank of America and their head office is in Charlotte. Yeah. Yes. So I spoke to do y'all have euros out there? That's how I used to get.
Yeah, Bank of America, huge bank. Charlotte is known for all the banks. Wachovia, does that still exist? I don't know. But yeah, Bank of America, huge bank, huge.
So in one of your interviews also, you spoke about being a resident of Staten Island. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And that's where the amazing Wu-Tang Clan were from. Do you know them at all?
Yeah.
Did you mix with?
Staten Island is this big. Everyone knows everyone. So I grew up seeing them. They were, the street pharmacists in the neighborhood. So everyone saw them all the time. And while they were doing their street pharmacy stuff, they were also in ciphers, like rapping. And it was really, I can't even believe that I witnessed that growing up. But yes, I know a few of them. I actually have a song with Inspector Deck on one of my first albums. And one of my good friends, her older brother is Raekwon. So yeah, very close-knit community.
Are you still in touch with them now, any of the members or anything like that?
Yeah, I could reach out, but they're like rock stars. So if I reach out, I really gotta be saying something. But yeah, I mean, I absolutely, you see them in passing. All of them are still in the city, and
I do like that name you gave there, street pharmacy. I've never heard of that before.
You gotta be mindful when you're on the internet what you say.
But again, I just kind of want to thank you for coming on the couch. And, you have a certain expectation of artists, and especially top artists, that they wouldn't even speak to you. And, I reached out to you and, you responded very, very gracious as well. And you're certainly no diva as far as I'm concerned. You're here with us. And obviously you're even talking to some of the other fellow artists, sending out your music, doing jingles also. And, that's just testament to your character and also being on here today. So again, I just wanted to thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Now, coming on to some of your music, do you actually have a band that you actually play with, or is it just you as Ida Divine?
It's just me. Back when I was getting started in Charlotte, I had a residency and I had a band called the Garvey Collective, named after Marcus Garvey. I named the band after Marcus Garvey. And I miss them. But bands are expensive, so hopefully I'll have a band one more time, once again, on a tour or something. Good afternoon, Triple C. But no, it's just me. It's just me, one woman band. You know, my favorite thing to do is stalk producers. So I heard you say something about some lady producers that produce Lovers Rock. So I'm gonna be stalking them now.
That's the Nubian Queens on here. They're on here. Lillian Harper, that's her. So she'll be smiling right now. Yep, she's got a fire sign in there. She's very happy you've mentioned her. So you're not actually signed to any particular label at the moment. You are independent.
Totally independent. I can put out whatever I want to put out. I try to stay consistent as a signed artist. I try to have the same quality as a signed artist. All of the budget that I have is my money, so I got to be really smart with recording and shooting videos and just everything, because I don't have that budget. But with the internet, you can look like anything. So do the best you can so you can look the best and be the best and have the best quality, you know?
To be quite honest with you, I totally agree with you there, because it's changed so much. You know, everyone's got a recording studio in their house now, and technology has made it that we can kind of don't always need the big push of a big label in order to market ourselves. I think once you have great music and are putting good music out there, also your fans will find you. And as what's happened with you, the UK found you, idolizing you and putting your music out there. And I think this then will attract the labels and say, okay, who's this person that's garnering so much interest in this country? Let's try to sign them. I mean, big labels are great for signing when you want the backing of money and the marketing spend. Do you think it's necessarily needed to be signed by a big label in order to really get out there? Or do you think you could still make it as an independent artist?
I think the time frame is longer. You know, obviously, if you have a big label corporate budget, they can put you everywhere. They can have you sing the stadium anthems. You know what I mean? And hey, this is Ida Divine. Now everyone knows you because they see you on TV. Versus you just grinding and doing what you need to do by yourself. So I guess it's up to you. I did chase labels down years ago and try to get in front of labels, try to get in front of A&Rs so I could get signed. But I saw that was taken away from the quality of the music. And I know a few artists, a few major artists, one of them, Sunshine Anderson, she just told me, she was like, you can't chase something, you can't chase anyone down. You have to do this because you love it. And if you love it and it shows, then, those people will come to you. And so I don't concern myself with trying to be something that I already am. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't see it, then that's okay. I'm all right with that. Yeah.
Okay. So let's talk about your music now. Your tracks that you produced, was 1979 one of the first tracks that you produced?
Yes. I think in 2009 I did 1979. I did a really raw version of it. Actually, speaking of Wu-Tang, the actual track, the loop track for 1979 was sent to Inspector Deck in Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
And he said a Canadian producer had sent it to him, but he couldn't use it because of the loop was a sample. And so I would have to get a producer to replay the whole entire track. So years later, I met Herb Middleton. Hi, Herb Middleton. Herb has been influential in my career. And a brilliant producer. He heard the track and loved it and made it his own. And that was the birth of 1979 Part 2. Because the first one I did was just kind of like a raw version, which is still floating around out there. People play it for me sometime. I'm like, how did you get this? And there's just like, I found it on the internet, maybe in the black internet, the deep interwebs, because I can't find it. But Herb got a hold to that track and just went in on it. And that's where the UK kind of was like, hey, hi, Ida. You know, we can't do you guys' accent like you could do ours, so I'm not gonna.
Well, listen, you know, you're incredibly talented. Your voice is just a powerhouse, and I believe you kind of push the boundaries of bringing soul to the forefront of music. And you know, it's quite eclectic. It's you've got a mashup of Afro Caribbean flavors, classic R&B, and a little twist of hip hop also. And Shui, I know that I sent a video to you. I don't know whether you was able to download Cyclone. Have you? We'll play it for a second for those who haven't seen the video. I love that video. But we'll come back to that in a second.
90s R&B. Very Times Square, you know, like the quintessential R&B video.
So I spoke about you as a person, and you know your wardrobe is amazing. Where do you get the inspiration? I'm coming back to your music in a minute, but just because I spoke about Cyclone, I keep looking at your outfits and you know, your pictures on Instagram, and you have the most amazing outfits. You put together some outfits that I wouldn't even think of. Where do you get your ideas, your fashion ideas from?
Well, I've always dressed really weird since I was a teenager. I was the teenager that would like wear you know, fatigue and army coat with a, you know, a long dress and some shoes that no one would wear. But I love clothes. I love, you know, dressing up. I love the era of LaBelle and the 70s era where you would just wear these crazy outfits, which would add to your performance. So I believe that when you look unique and you sound unique, they should all go together and combine for a big experience. So
sorry, HQ, where did you send a video, please?
It's in the HPQ folder with all the other bits. Thank you. Yeah, so you know your style is just incredible. You must have a really big wardrobe, right? Big house, big wardrobe going on there.
Not a big house, not in New York, unfortunately. But you know, you put the winter clothes away and you store them, and then you take out the spring clothes. But I have a lot of shoes. But I rotate. Like I throw stuff away and get new stuff. I like to go thrift shopping. Like I don't spend a lot of money on clothes. I just like the way they look, and I think that they should be shared. So if you have a nice shirt, I might borrow it from you and trade a shirt with you, or shoes, or whatever like that. So
sure, we can do that anytime.
Yeah. I'll take a little moment right here. This is my family business, Muddy Palms. I just wanted to shout them out really quickly. They're on Instagram, Muddy Palms on Instagram. You can get hoodies and all kind of active wear. So I just wanted to shout them out.
Okay, so coming back to your music, we've got a few artists that have done, you know, mashups and refixes of your music, of which we're going to feature some of them later on. I mean, what do you think about people doing refixes versus the original songs? Maybe let me rephrase that for a minute. It's a bit like going back in the day when you've got some of these groups that come from the 70s and they've got their original music, and then you've got some people that come along and take from the original and produce their own music. Sorry.
I think a good example of that question is Before I Let Go, that Beyonce redid over, right?
Yeah.
A lot of these younger people don't really know about Before I Let Go. So they think that Beyonce is the first one to put it out. And then there's a whole lot of other songs too that I've been looking at. Like, I love to do mashups. I don't think that you'll sound the same as the original artist. I think the love is there. I think when artists do that, they love the song and they just want to do it because they love it. As far as the listeners are just like, yeah, leave it alone. Leave it alone. It's already good. So I get it. I get both, you know, perspectives, but I love mashups. I love older music. I love 70s music. And people have asked me to remake a few songs that I have not done because I like to challenge myself uh, and make things my own, but I also don't want to, maybe this is not the right word, disrespect the original artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't mind someone doing 1979. I wouldn't mind that. And I wouldn't say, oh, they're not doing it right. You know, that's their interpretation of it. But, you know, there's some music critics that will rake you over the
Decimate,
wheels.
yeah.
And they'll be like, no, you sound horrible. Stop it. So I don't know. You know, I'll stick with my own music for now. Maybe, you know, I do covers when I do live shows, you know, because that's a different, you know, a different platform. And I can just like go into my songs while I'm, you know, setting up a cover or something like that. But it's kind of like a toss up.
It is, and as Lillian says down there, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
You know, I like original artists, but there are some people that have done some covers, and I think, oh, I kind of prefer this to the original. But
Yeah.
I'm a big original person.
No, yeah.
But with 1979, so did that? I mean, a lot of artists when they put their music together, it means something, or it's something that's happened in their life. Was 1979 about anything in particular for you when you wrote it? When you
Just thinking about some of the things that took place as a child and some childhood memories, and going to school lunch and skipping out of school and going places where my mom didn't know. So it's just kind of like a reminiscent song of my childhood, and obviously I'll never be able to lie about my age, but that's okay. The year that I was born. So kind of just like a reminder to myself of where I came from.
Okay.
And other people who were born that year or around that year who can relate to what I was saying growing up in New York.
Okay. I can't believe that was released in 2009 and we're still playing it up to today. It's just like a track, like it was just made last year, to be quite honest.
That's what you would want to do, make a classic, and it's a formula to make a classic. Speaking of Sunshine, heard it all before. You can play that right now.
Love that tune. Yeah. Love that track.
She has a song. She has a book out called One Hit Wonder, and she's the most humble person. She's still touring off of that song. So all you need is one classic, to really have a good career. But I like making music every single day, so I don't think I can stop at one classic. Yeah.
Is that what you do? So you make music every day?
What happens is I will kind of like work at my job. I'm a nurse, and I have a lot of downtime.
We've got to clap for that, because in the UK, for people that were nurses over here, we gave a good clap for the nurses because they do a sterling job. So
workers, yeah. So this lockdown has been really. I know it's been bad for a lot of people, but for some people it has been a blessing. So during this time, I've been able to really focus on my career, focus on the content that I'm putting out, and make time for writing songs. Everyone has to, say their distance, and that's the best way that I write music. I don't like to go into the studio with a whole bunch of people and create music. I have to go off somewhere into the woods in a shack and create, and then I'll come out with a whole project for you. So that's kind of my process, and I can write songs every single day, every day.
Every single day.
Yes.
So you can pull out albums by the dozen.
I could, and I'm glad I'm not with a label, because they would probably be like, "We need an album every month from you, since you can do that." And I don't want to be under that pressure. The pressure,
exactly.
Yeah.
Because if you were a label, I don't know if we would have got these songs released like Insomnia and Cyclone that have come out. They are amazing songs. Shui, did you find that video for us?
No video there. No video there, darling.
No problem. No problem. We'll try and
play
pull
the
that
track for you, though.
We will do. But we have a question before I go on. And Antigone Allison has got a question for you, Ida. With your amazing tone, who would you like to collaborate with? And do you have anything in the pipeline with collaborations?
Collaborations. Ooh, I don't know if I should say. I'll put it out there because it's something that I already started working on. I want to collab with Jaguar Wright. I love her voice. The tone of my voice. I mean, dead or alive, I'd love to collaborate with Nina Simone. I
Oh
couldn't
yeah.
me, right? Um, as I mentioned before, Lucky Day, I like his music. I like his tone as well. It's Jasmine Sullivan. Um, you know, who else?
Any
Yeah.
kind of hip hop artists that you'd like to collaborate with, or are you just after soulful singers?
Oh, hip hop artists, definitely. My dream came true with Wu-Tang, so I don't feel like I wouldn't even have to. But Andre 3000, I love.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I would like that. Nikki, I would love Nikki. I have a little ratchet side of me that I try to keep hidden in my music somewhere. But yeah, just you know,
Or maybe we can get you collaborating and doing some lovers rock.
yeah, that's the thing. I like to challenge myself. See, I would like to go into not even lovers rock, but rock music. Country music. So just really spread myself out, see what I can do. Um, but yeah, lovers rock. I grew up on that as well. So, but like we were saying with the covers, like my mom is Jamaican, my dad is American, and I grew up in a Jamaican household per se, but I wasn't born in Jamaica, so I don't know if I would sound authentic. Um, and I know Jamaicans can be very
We
critical.
won't ask you to speak Jamaican then.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm an artist, so it would be my interpretation. So, yeah, I'm all with it. I'm all for it. Yeah.
So, during how was lockdown for you then as an artist? How did you cope with it?
The last live show that I had was February in 2020,
Yeah,
and I remember in the beginning of March. No, it was like March 13th or something like that. And we shut down officially in New York City on March 23rd, which is my birthday.
yeah.
Um, so I remember going to sound check at my last show, and the venue had all of the chairs outside on the street, bleaching the chairs. And I was like, this is really serious. What is going on? And I didn't know that was going to be my last show, for a long time. But in New York here, it was pretty intense because people were not wearing masks in the beginning and trying to walk into places, and then there was security at the grocery store, like at the club. It was just crazy. But as time went on, I was like, you know what? These are unprecedented times. Everyone who was alive at this time all over the world is a
Lucky.
survivor.
Yeah,
Right,
I'm very
right. We're
lucky.
looking through times that, have not ever happened in the world. So if you can survive through this, you can survive anything. Anything. So yeah.
And did you do any shows online at all? Did you embrace Zoom or this online technology and do any shows?
Not really, not live. I would pre-record them and do them because I just did it. I kind of like am a stickler with the sound, so I didn't know what it would sound like live. And then I didn't have all the devices to, how the live feed is. So
Yeah.
I would just record them, like for the Blackout Awards. I recorded that. I set up the lighting, I set up everything, and made it look like a video so that when you guys heard it, it looked the way it looked.
Oh, it did. It was, and I wished I had a copy of it to play. But for those that want to see Ida
It's on
Divine perform
YouTube.
on Blackout, it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
All of them on there. So please do take a look at Ida's performance on there. But we've got 1979 playing in the background. Let's talk about Insomnia now. Tell us about Insomnia and behind what was the meaning behind the track that you produced there.
Okay. So I I used to work third shift, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., 12-hour shifts, 3 days a week.
Wow.
And I would find that on the nights that I was off, my body was still on that schedule. So I would just be up for days, up for days. So, and then what would happen during that time is obviously I would be writing songs, and so much, you get so much lack of sleep. You start to, your mind just goes places. You think about exes, and I didn't get approved for this loan, and I didn't I didn't do this, or I'm
Yeah.
gonna go here. can I get a ticket to Africa? You start thinking about things when you are sleep deprived. So that's kind of like where the song came from.
Okay. And then if we
What
move
Carol
on
got?
to, yes, sorry, you've got a lot of shout outs here, by the
Yeah.
way.
Hey, everybody.
Danny, DeSugar Williams, Carol, and obviously, Natalie's on here and Lillian. Guys, if you have any
Mm,
questions for Ida before I wrap up with her at around 1:30, please do put some questions in the chat or let Shui know and we'll pass them on to Ida. One of the questions that we had, sorry, was do you have any tours planned for the UK? Because you have a big UK following. You can see all the love that you've got in the chat here, and the people that are listening on GY Radio also that are not visible in the chat. Do you have any tours coming up in the UK? Because we want to see you.
I want to see
We
you
really
guys
want to see
soon.
it. We'd love to have you.
Hopefully, this show I'm doing in London, I'm going to be doing. I was booked to.
Getting the flyer up for you guys. Actually, I'm gonna
I
get it up
was
for you guys.
yeah, I was booked before the pandemic, and I got a deposit and everything, so it was all squared away. So hopefully in July I'll get to come. The promoter sent me some information that they got clearance to do an event. So yeah, July. I mean, I'll see you guys. I'm gonna put it out there. I'll see you in July.
Okay.
It's one show. It's not a tour though. So
Okay.
hopefully we can get some promoters together to put together a little run for me. I'd like to stay out there for at least 2 weeks and do a few shows. I've been telling my managers I want to do Jazz Cafe. I want to do a band. I want to come out there and really like just chill out and go shopping, like just chill in the UK for a good 2 weeks.
Be happy to host you, Ida.
Yeah.
Let me know when you come over to the UK. Be happy to host you. Also, so that's a note going out there to you promoters. If you're listening, Miss Ida Devine wants to come over. So, guys, start sorting it out and get Ida over here, please. I know that we've got something to talk about after this. We're not going to say anything just yet, but I know of one such promoter that wants to book you already for something, but we'll talk about that afterwards.
That's the party she's doing. There it is.
So that's the Exquisite with Loose Ends, Yourself Are Divine, Rose Windross, that was part of Soul to Soul. And we've got the amazing, incredible Donny and Kane Brown. And obviously going to be entertained by New Attraction, Desi G and Juxi, latest edition. Gosh, we've got loads of DJs. Even DJ Pico, my darling friend. Bigger World and Lady Impressive. When is this? This is Saturday, the 17th of July.
Yeah.
And guys,
and that's going to be in Milton Keynes.
Just jump on getyourtickets.co.uk to get your tickets.
So this has been in the making for over a year now, and I was so excited, obviously, to be on this lineup. But yeah, I'm ready to come back. Absolutely.
Okay, so we see if we can see if we can keep you out there for a little while longer.
Yeah.
But I also hear you like English tea. Do you drink tea? Is that correct?
I love tea. Yeah, I have a Jamaican grandmother, so we had tea and Guinness and all kind of stuff. So I love tea, and I actually really love West Indian food, and I had some really good West Indian food last time I came out there. I don't know where it was, but I'd like that again.
Oh gosh, I'm sure there's going to be loads of West Indian caterers that would love to have you dine on their food. We will certainly take care of you when you come over to the UK, Ida, for sure.
I had a great time every time I've been, so hopefully this next time I can come and really I'd love to meet you guys in person, first of all, and then just really settle in. It feels like New York over there, but it definitely has its own culture. So
we do.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So before and I hope that you might join us for Whose Rhyme. Are you up for Whose Rhyme Is It Anyway? Are you up for engaging in that? Do you know what it is?
I don't know what it is, but if you explain it to me, I'm sure I'll be able to catch on.
Sure.
I'm good. Yeah.
Right. So we've got the Blessed Souls UK team, which is a group of singers. They come from a real gospel background, the majority of them, if not all of them, with Adelaide McKenzie. And basically, it's like, I don't know if you remember the show Whose Line Is It Anyway? That used to be in the US. Right. Yeah. So it's based on the same premise as that. People will throw in an idea or a quote or a saying, and you then have to make a song out of it. And it's passed on from person to person to continue the song.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to indulge in that, you can do. We'll see. Even I might have a try also.
Yeah.
But before we even go into that, one of my last questions is around obviously Cyclone and the lyrics that you had for Cyclone. And I believe what I read, it was something to do about fear and insecurity. Is that correct?
Yeah, fear, insecurities, on a deeper level, and then on a more surface level, kind of like this pandemic and how people are handling it. You know, this has turned a lot of people's world upside down, right?
Yeah.
And for others, like me, it has turned my world upside down, but not in a bad way. I'm able to stay at home. I'm able to stay in my comfort zone, and the proverbial, I guess the term for is, you know, you're going up in life and then you're coming down. You can come down in a negative way or come down in a positive way, but it's all about how you handle the ups and downs in your life.
Yeah, and some people can deal with that and some can't. You know, I've started to use certain practices to deal with stress and to deal with insecurities. And a lot of that I've found that people have said is meditation. Meditation is quite key to doing that and living a healthier lifestyle to be able to balance in everything. Is that something you practice as well?
Absolutely, every single day. Like you guys, I live in a huge city with a whole bunch of different people. I'm very sensitive to energies and people's auras and energy. So you got to not only take care of your energy, but you have to be mindful of other people's energies as well that can influence you. And do things for yourself to balance yourself out, you know, because it can get crazy. I mean, if you just listen to the news every day and read everything that's going on negative, you know, that will in turn your body and make you sick. It will physically make you sick. So you need to turn off and turn out, meditate, turn inside. I feel like I'm like some type of one of those gurus, but
no, not at all. I mean, I haven't watched TV in maybe nearly 3 weeks now. I just refuse to switch on the TV, and when I do, it's not the UK news I watch because it's just too much full of doom and gloom for me. But yeah, it's really important to do meditation and to look after yourself because what is it you said to? I'm trying to find it here. To project and reflect. I think I heard you say, and that's quite important, I think.
And you know, DJ Khaled, right? Not the best at music, but I've never been around him, but everybody says that when they're around him and they work with him, he has the most happiest attitude, the most positive personality, and he's inspiring and inspires you. We're the best. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what you're doing. I'm the best. Even if you don't feel like you are, say it and put it out there, project that so that it comes back to you. So just positive people, you know, you got to definitely, and in my career, as I'm going places in my career, I'm able to kind of decipher different personalities now, which will enhance or you know, not enhance me. So you got to be mindful of the people around you as well.
That's correct, because some people can give off very much negative energy, which can influence you and the way that you then subsequently are. And just learning that, having just come into this presenting business, is being able to blinker off and let go of the negative energy that's around you and move on with your own positive energy. And surround yourself with positive people, and you in turn yourself will become more positive.
It works.
I had a 7-year-old on my show last month talking about positive affirmations, and she absolutely blew my mind away. And I thought, if a 7-year-old is coming out with this, what is my problem?
Okay. They get it. Kids get it.
until they reach adulthood, and then life hits them, right?
That's right, Natalie. Stay centered.
Yes, completely. Thank you, Natalie. And for all your comments today, Natalie, thank you so much. Now, also, before we go, we had... We promised to play some refixes of your tune, did we not, Shui?
Oh, yes, definitely. We got one of our DJs, Tony Don, has done a refix of one of your tunes, Ida.
Okay.
And let me tell you, this refix here, to me, tops all refixes right now when it comes to... man, definitely tops all the refix. Let's see if I can line it up for you guys. Here we go. Are you ready for it?
I am.
Let's go.
It's another Tony Don Refix. It's another Tony Don Refix.
Big up Tony Don, enough respect. We're playing it for Ida herself now.
It's another Tony Don Refix. This is one of those tunes that makes you say, wow.
Don't think I'm playing when I say that I really don't think of you. Sometimes I can't believe it's my life. Are you living?
What do you think, Ida? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think?
I love it.
We love it.
Dreams come true. I must be having a meltdown, down, down. Deja vu. I'm not wrong, but I'm not right. Can I sing a song during the daylight?
Tony Don Refix.
I just might be the one who had it right, who had it switched up, mixed up. But all I wanna be is a woke up flying, take no pill, 'cause that's not how I feel. If this is not a dream, let me know it's real. I've been up for days, just replaying time.
That is bad. No, listen, man. That to me is the refix of all refixes for me
It's
right
bad.
now.
It's bad.
That's bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was
Thank
great.
you, Tony.
If you heard me having a conversation in the background, I was trying to bring in D-Mac and Miss L Vibes. Shuey, I don't know if you can get them in. I know we have a packed back room because we have the AMAC team in there. So forgive me, AMAC team, if we remove some of you guys out the green room. We're going to bring you back in. But if D-Mac and L Vibes, can we get them in or not? If not, we'll have to do this afterwards. Because I just wanted to get the Blackout winners all together. But I know that we've got a full back room there.
I'm waiting
So
for
forgive
waiting
me-
for D-Mac to rejoin us. I'm waiting for L Vibes
Okay.
to rejoin us.
Okay.
Right,
No
got L
problem then.
Vibes.
Come on then,
Waiting
L
for
Vibes.
D-Mac to rejoin us.
Okay. Thank you.
My girl, how you doing? Oh man, I'm on the couch with Ida Divine.
Thanks for always supporting my music. Thank you so much. And congratulations on your award.
And to you too as well, well deserved.
Thank you.
Yeah, I always love Ida Divine music, always, from the beginning.
From the beginning,
Yes.
when I was rough still, huh?
I've gone back through your library of music, and I've gone back, so I've got a few tracks from before.
Look at that.
So this is amazing. So here now we have all of the Blackout Award winners here. D-Mac, I think he's frozen. I'm getting back on shortly. But listen, I've had a fantastic show with all the winners here. Thank you so much. Has anyone got any questions from in the chat on Mixcloud? I think I saw someone saying that Danny DeSugar, you said she needs to hear my token refix. Please send it on to me. I'll be happy to pass it across to Ida or contact Ida on Instagram.
Yeah.
She'll be happy to hear
Yes, I
what
would.
you guys have done with her music. But thank you. But listen, we might not be able to get deep.
Here he
Is he
is.
coming on? Hey.
Yay!
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? You alright? I had a wicked interview. Yeah, man, I love that.
Same thing. I was listening on yours too. Very, listen, humble man. Listen, you a bad man. You know.
Thanks. Coming in Jamaican.
Supporting the music. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
Big up
Great
L
question.
Vibes as well, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Quick question for Ida. When is your next track due?
I never tell people that. I just I'll put it out there.
It's a put it out there. That's right.
Yeah. But I'm always working on music, and just know that you will never go a year without hearing from me. So I'm working on the next one.
Wicked.
Yeah.
Wicked.
Can't wait.
Yeah, it's
Imagine
gonna
that
be fire, man.
HP. You got the Blackout Awards all on the couch at the same time, man.
Yes.
Come on, only you can do this, you know. Yeah? Listen,
Big up,
listen,
big up
when it-
Triple C, part of the Blackout Awards family.
Yeah,
Fish is locked on
definitely.
right now.
Apologies, that's who Triple C is. Hello, Triple C.
Hi, Triple C. Thank you.
Hey, Triple C, hi. And to Adrian as well, and all the rest of the team as well. Big them up.
I want to let you know, Triple C, I tracked down my award and it will be in my hands in a few days. So I got a place ready just for it. Yeah.
I think D-Mac has frozen there again. Or is he not? Is he just posing?
You're posing, D-Mac.
He looks like he's posing. Look at that. It's a perfect freeze pose, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is.
That's a freeze pose. That's
Yeah.
a freeze pose. Big up to Triple C, man. Enough respect.
Thank
You
you.
know what I mean?
Thank
Yeah,
you.
man.
Right,
You know that.
well, guys, we've run slightly over time because we've been so excited by you being here, Ida. We're going to take El Vibes, if you don't mind. We're going to pull you out now because we've got lots of people in the green room that we need to bring in. So thank you so much for joining. Anything
Yeah.
you want to say to Ida before we leave?
I just want to say, keep doing what you're doing, girl. We love you, as you know. And I certainly do. I love it.
I can't wait to come over and give you a big entire hug and kiss.
I can't wait.
Let's do a big group,
Hopefully
big
that will
group
happen
hug.
in July, so hopefully I'll see you out there.
Hopefully, definitely.
Yeah, thank you, Queen.
Take
Thank you,
care.
Miss El Vibes.
And thank you
Thank
again,
you.
you guys.
Miss
Thank
Elder
you.
Bizzle.
Bye.